Here's a Hollywood mystery that will make you question everything you thought you knew about fame and fortune. What could possibly drive a celebrated actress at the absolute pinnacle of her career to abandon everything and disappear from Tinseltown forever? The answer, according to those closest to Kim Novak, might just be the most unexpectedly relatable reason you've ever heard. And this is the part most people miss. Sometimes the smallest, most mundane moments become the breaking point that changes everything. For decades, entertainment historians and fans have speculated endlessly about why the luminous star of Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo made what industry insiders considered an incomprehensible decision. Here was an actress who had worked alongside Hollywood royalty, from Jimmy Stewart and Alfred Hitchcock to Billy Wilder and Frank Sinatra. Yet she walked away from it all when her star was burning brightest. Sue Cameron, who served as Novak's trusted manager and closest confidant for years, recently dropped a bombshell revelation during a press conference at the prestigious Venice Film Festival. The occasion was the world premiere of Alexandra O. Philippe's deeply personal documentary titled Kim Novak's Vertigo, and Cameron's disclosure left audiences stunned with its sheer ordinariness. According to Cameron's account, the seeds of Novak's eventual exodus were planted much earlier than anyone realized. During the production of Richard Quine's 1965 film, The Notorious Landlady, where Novak starred opposite comedy legends Jack Lemmon and Fred Astaire, the actress had already mentally checked out of Hollywood life. The constant pressures, artificial relationships, and soul-crushing demands of the studio system had worn her down completely. It was during this period of filming that fate intervened in the form of a scenic drive. Novak and her sister decided to explore the breathtaking coastline near Carmel, California, not far from their shooting location. What they discovered during that impromptu adventure would change the trajectory of Novak's life forever. Cameron, who also served as executive producer on the new documentary, explained how the sisters stumbled upon an extraordinary architectural marvel. They discovered this absolutely stunning property that Kim immediately christened Gull House, a magnificent structure constructed entirely of glass and stone, perched dramatically right above the churning Pacific Ocean near Big Sur. Cameron recounted during the festival's question and answer session. What happened next reveals just how calculated Novak's eventual departure actually was. Without hesitation, she purchased the property that very same day, right in the middle of active film production. But here's where it gets controversial. Was this impulse buying, or was Novak already orchestrating her escape plan? Cameron believes it was absolutely the latter. She always intended to use this sanctuary as her weekend refuge whenever Hollywood became unbearable, ensuring she always had a place to retreat to, Cameron revealed. Deep in her subconscious, she was already plotting her complete escape from the industry, and this house represented her safety net. The universe seemed to be conspiring to push Novak toward her final decision. In 1966, a devastating mudslide completely destroyed her elegant Bel Air residence, located directly across from the famous Bel Air Hotel. The symbolic destruction of her Hollywood home struck Novak as more than mere coincidence. She lived on this beautiful hillside property, and when that hill literally slid away beneath her feet, she interpreted it as cosmic intervention. Cameron explained. Kim has always been someone who pays close attention to signs and synchronicities, and she declared, "This is unmistakably the universe telling me something. My house is gone, so I should be gone too." She gathered up her beloved dogs, loaded them into her car, and began driving. But here's where the story takes its most delightfully absurd turn. And this is what nobody talks about when discussing celebrity departures from Hollywood. The final catalyst for Novak's permanent goodbye wasn't a major scandal, but devastating review or a broken heart. It was something infinitely more human and relatable. Cameron revealed the almost comically ordinary detail that sealed Novak's fate. Kim has this genuine obsession with pickles. I know this sounds absolutely ridiculous, but she's passionate about very specific types of pickles, particularly this one brand of sour pickle that she absolutely adored. During her drive, she stopped at the store where she could always count on finding these particular pickles, and they were completely sold out. What happened next demonstrates how sometimes the universe speaks to us through the most unexpected messengers. She stood there staring at the empty shelf and declared, "That's it. Even the pickles are telling me to leave. There are no more pickles here for me, so there's no more Hollywood for me either. I'm done." It was literally that final pickle shortage that made her announce to herself, "I'm never coming back." And true to her word, she never did. The new documentary, which premiered out of competition at Venice, explores not only this surprising departure, but also delves into Novak's passionate pursuits that followed. Her deep love for animals, her dedication to painting, and her profound relationship with her late husband, who worked as an equine veterinarian. The film coincided with Novak receiving a well-deserved Lifetime Achievement Award at the festival, presented by acclaimed director Guillermo del Toro, alongside festival director Alberto Barbera. Del Toro's tribute speech acknowledged what many consider Novak's most courageous decision. Most remarkably, she made the conscious choice to step back and take a hiatus, precisely when she was at the absolute peak of her influence and power, seeking instead personal satisfaction through raising horses, pursuing her passion for songwriting, and expressing herself through painting. Hollywood Reporter critic Leslie Felperin noted in her review that while Swiss filmmaker Philippe officially holds the writing, directing, and co-producing credits for the documentary, it's unmistakably Novak herself who feels like the true director, maintaining complete control over the narrative. Cameron confirmed that this level of control extends to every aspect of Novak's life, even decades after leaving Hollywood. Having represented her for many years, I can tell you she only reveals what she deliberately chooses to share. She maintains absolute authority over every interview, deciding whether to conduct conversations by phone or video, evaluating each person she speaks with, and determining exactly how much of herself she's willing to offer. Cameron observed, "The documentary also addresses Novak's bipolar diagnosis and explores how this condition influenced many of her life-changing decisions." Cameron emphasized that viewers will gain unprecedented insight into the actress's formative years. The most surprising elements of this film are the revelations about her childhood experiences. After watching this documentary, audiences will finally understand the psychological foundation that shaped her into the person she became. Perhaps most telling of all, Cameron revealed that the notoriously discerning Novak gave Philippe's documentary her complete approval, a reaction that surprised even Cameron herself. She absolutely loves every single frame of this film. She wept throughout the entire viewing experience. Immediately after watching it, she called me while still sobbing and kept repeating, "You did it. You actually did it." Her emotional response was truly extraordinary, especially considering how incredibly critical and selective she typically is about any project involving her life story. The filmmaker Philippe was equally moved by Novak's response. "I honestly didn't anticipate such an intense reaction from her. She sent me an email that immediately brought tears to my eyes, and the following day she left me a 2-minute voice message that I will treasure for the remainder of my life." Words cannot adequately express what it means to receive such personal communication from Kim Novak. But here's where it gets controversial. Should we celebrate Novak's decision to prioritize personal happiness over professional obligation? Or should we mourn what the world lost when she disappeared? In an era where celebrities are expected to sacrifice everything for fame, was Novak's choice courageous self-preservation or a tragic waste of extraordinary talent? And here's the question that might spark some heated debate. If something as simple as missing pickles could be the final straw that changes someone's entire life trajectory, what does that say about how we build our happiness on such fragile foundations? Was the pickle incident really just about pickles? Or was it the perfect metaphor for how even the smallest disappointments can become overwhelming when you're already at your breaking point? What do you think? Was Kim Novak a visionary who understood the importance of authentic living decades before it became trendy? Or did Hollywood lose one of its greatest talents to what some might call an overreaction to life's minor inconveniences? The pickle story might sound absurd, but perhaps it reveals something profound about knowing when enough is truly enough.